My name is Koi. Now, losing weight and keeping it off presents a difficult challenge for many people. Obesity is increasingly becoming one of the most pressing issues in today's society. Bad eating habits often begin in childhood. It can later lead to hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, and even cardiovascular diseases. It's for these reasons that more and more people resort to the help of weight loss drugs and supplements to help manage their weight. Now, there's a substantial market for products which promise to make weight loss easier, quicker, cheaper, more reliable, or less painful. As questionable as some remedies may be, it's a fact that some have been proven to work. Today we meet a young woman and uncover her story of a diet that has worked for her and even inspired her to start her own weight loss program.
Losing weight is hard, and when you're a woman, the challenge seems even mightier. Whether you're trying to lose weight or know someone who is, the reality is that it is a difficult journey, but not an impossible one. Meet Madeline, a young and bubbly woman who struggled to lose weight for many years and in the end triumphed. But first, let's go to the beginning.
I lost 50 kgs. Yeah, so from 124 kgs I came down to 70 kgs, but I balanced it off. Now I'm usually like between 70 and 75. My weight journey started from when I was young. So I was always the chubby baby, so I just kept adding the weight as I went along, but it peaked in my 20s. I was studying in Australia at the time, and I was sick. I had high blood pressure, diabetes type 2, I had something called polycystic ovary syndrome, anemia. Basically my body was just breaking down. I also had aches in the joints and breathlessness. So that's when I went to a doctor and I was put on medication for most of those things. Yeah, so I had medication for the high blood pressure and for the diabetes type 2. So for a young person, it's not very funny when you have to take those medications. So while I was at the doctor's, obviously the doctor has to tell you that you have to lose the weight. And I did my research and I came across this program. It was developed in Australia and I decided to bring it back home to help people out because there is an abundance of those programs and weight loss clubs, but in Kenya we are lacking in that area.
According to nutritionists, the social pressure to fit an ideal is stronger with women, making them more susceptible to quick fixes.
Why most fad diets don't work is because most of them are not based on sound principles. I've tried most of those diets myself, and I know that like I had the commitment to do them, but if it's not healthy, then it's not going to work for you. Or some of them, like some I've been on, I'd lose the weight, but there's no way of maintaining the weight loss. And once you stop and you go back to your old lifestyle, you end up gaining even more weight than when you were starting off. So I think it's a combination of both sometimes, like lack of commitment on the part of the person, and also the fad diet just not being a healthy option as well. My family have been always supportive of me, and maybe it affected them from the comments that people would make about me, but they've always loved me and they've always supported me in everything that I've done. The Madeline program the name is actually derived from my name. So my name is Madeline, and Madeline is to be made thin. So I think God knew what he was doing when I got that name, because it actually suits my business. Well, the program, as I mentioned, is based on a diet, so you don't have to do anything extra. You're losing a kg a week, and that is without exercise. So if you add in the exercise, you lose the weight faster. The program is based on food alone, so I don't sell any products, no herbs or shakes or anything extra. The Madeline program depends on how much weight a client wants to lose. So let's say somebody who wants to lose 10 kgs will take about 10 to 12 weeks, And maybe someone who wants to lose a bit more, like 50 kgs, will take about a year, or a year and like 2 months. One of the myths that are out there is that obese people are forever eating or eating a lot of food. So I used to, as I mentioned, I used to skip 2 meals and I'd have 1 meal a day. But there are times that I wasn't on the diet and I'd feel weird, if I can use that word, like, you know, when you're serving yourself or when you order food in a restaurant, people look at you and they're like, you know, why is she asking maybe for fries or for you know, like a burger, like, and yet I'm a human being. You have those cravings as well, but doesn't mean that I was eating like that constantly. So sometimes, yeah, people do judge you from what you're eating when you're a bigger person, which is sad sometimes, because personally I never used to eat, like overeat, and I find that with my clients as well. Some of them are hardly eating and yet they are being judged by their size. I treat both men and women, and both their programs are different. So it's also different, like on a personal basis, but it's also different for men, for males and for females.
Whatever your goal is, keep it realistic and plan for gradual weight loss. And above all else, don't negotiate your health. Be kind to yourself, but don't use chocolate cake as a reward.
Now, there are many diet plans and recipes that can be helpful for weight loss, as we've seen in Madeline's case. Now, while some are classified as unhealthy and potentially harmful to one's general health, others are recommended by specialists. Diet plans are generally designed according to the recommended calorie intake, but it's important to note that the most successful diets are those that simultaneously promote physical activity. Look out for weight loss programs that are unique to your weight loss problems. What is your story? Have you had a similar experience as Madeline? You can be sure to find a listening ear with us. Mid-morning at standardmedia.co.ke is our address. Do send us your questions and your comments. It's goodbye for now, and have yourselves an incredible weekend. I will see you Monday.